Okay, hey guys, it's Slim Gal 55 here, and I'm going to talk about a subject that I think I have very well experience in. People tell me I do, so that's why I'm doing this. So I've met a fair bit of celebrities, YouTubers in the past year or so, and I'm going to talk about those experiences with y'all today. Well, I'm only going to talk about one, but I'll list the famous people I met, insert pictures of me and those people, or pictures of autographs I got by them or whatever. So the first famous YouTube person I met was Luke Brooks from the Janoskians. I met him in Studio City, California, back in June of 2014. So I'll insert those two pictures here. Okay. The second famous person I met, YouTuber, was GDBaby44. I met her at VidCon in Anaheim, California in June 2014. So there's that picture. The next famous people I met was the band Emblem 3. I met them in Charleston, South Carolina on June 18th, 2014. And here are the bracelets from the meet and greet. I still wear them to this day. And then after that, I talked to Ashton Irwin, but I wouldn't say I met him. There's pictures from this event where I met him. There's Ashton, Callum, Luke's back there, Michael, and then there's Faxos again. In Charlotte, North Carolina, I waited outside a radio station, and there were maybe 10 of us on just this one side. I mean, there were over probably 100 people there. But Ashton was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And I was like, "Nothing much. I'm here to see you." Yeah. And then after that, in my hometown, I met a lot of YouTubers who were on Digitour on, I think it's the Sleigh Bells one, I don't know, but they were just staying in our town overnight or whatever, so I met them. And now, here's the story you've all been waiting for by the title of this video. I met Niall Horan and died. Yeah, so, Niall was a caddy for Roy McIlroy at the Augusta Masters 2015. So that happens during spring break. And I live about 2 hours away from Augusta. And it was one night at 3 a.m. because I'm a night owl. I stayed up till 6 a.m. So it was at 3 a.m. and I was like, oh my gosh. I was looking at Twitter. I was like, oh my gosh. Now is in Georgia. Now, I repeat, is in Georgia. So, now is in Georgia. I was like, that's 2 hours away from me. Now frickin' Horan is 2 hours away from me. I love that kid so much. He is my favorite member of One Direction. This was on April 12th, 2015. I was literally dead. So, I didn't have tickets to the Masters, because if you don't know, that's a very exclusive event, hard to get into. They're $500, and that's how much people were selling them at the side of the road. So you're probably asking, well, how did you meet him? So we drove the 2 hours to Augusta. It's got on Interstate 20 and drove to Augusta. We got to Augusta, and we drove around asking people who were selling tickets how much they were selling them for, and they were all selling them for very expensive. And if they weren't expensive, they'd be like, okay, because sometimes, for some kind of pass, you have to turn it back in. I don't know, but so they would be like, okay, if you are going to take our pass and pay the $400 for this ticket, you have to give us your cell phone, your credit card, or your driver's license. So you give it so when you bring the pass back, we can give you those back and see if it's actually you. And I don't trust that. I think that's kind of fishy sounding, because I'm not going to give my iPhone or a driver's license or a credit card. I don't have a credit card, but I wouldn't give that to somebody. I don't trust that. I think that's kind of fishy, so I wouldn't do that. If you've done that, awesome, and it's worked out, that's cool. But finally, we're driving around, and this dude was selling tickets, passes, whatever, and he's like, okay, you guys have been driving around a while, I'll lower my price by $100, and you can get your pass. So that is how I got this beautiful little pass ticket thing for Sunday, April 12th at the Masters. Thank you to that dude. I don't know your name or anything, but thank you so much. You are like a lifesaver. I love you. No, so we got the pass, and we go into the Masters. You can't bring cell phones, cameras, anything. I don't know why. I think it's because people bet money and stuff, but I'm not sure about that. It's just one of the rules that you can't bring in any recording device. So I didn't get a picture with Niall, sadly, but that just didn't happen. So that's okay, because I've met him, and that's all that matters. So we were watching, I think it was Tiger Woods. We were watching, and I turn, and the beautiful angel of Niall Horan was right next to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is Niall, oh my gosh. So he starts walking, and so Mark, if you don't know Mark, he's the one who, if you go to Niall's Instagram, and I was like, where are we going today, Mark? And then he'll like say a little thing, I don't know, but so that's kind of like his bodyguard, I guess. So I go up to Mark, and I'm like, can I get his autograph or whatever? He is like, yeah, just ask nicely. Of course, because he is Niall, and I love him. So I go up to Niall, and I tap his shoulder, and he turns around, and he's like, hello, gorgeous. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. I'm not hurt. But so I was like, can I get your autograph? And he was like, yeah, sure. So here's the autograph right here. It says Niall, and yeah, so he signed it for me, and then I died, and he was like, thank you, and all that, and I was like, no, thank you. So that happened, and then, so I'm basically following him around the golf course, because who wouldn't? I mean, I'm not, like, right at him, but I'm walking behind him. So then my dad was like, did you get him to sign the CD, because people are going to think that's fake. I was like, no, it's too, like, I was freaking out. So my dad goes up to Niall and he's like, can you sign this? So here is Niall's signature on the Take Me Home CD, which the Take Me Home tour is very special to me, because that's when I first saw Five Souls and One Direction for the first time in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, very important to me. But what was really funny, and like old woman walks by with her husband, I guess, and was like, oh, what a cutie, talking about Niall, and I thought that was really funny. So I met Niall Horan, and that was one of the best experiences in my whole entire life. I'm gonna get all this framed together some way, I don't know. So if you know where to get frames where I can frame all that together, tell me down below in the comments. And if you have any stories of meeting famous people, tell them down below in the comments. Or tell me your favorite member of One Direction, because I don't know, just tell me. So as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed.